Should be a very tactical game tonight, the half court.
Yeah, and
Kemba Walker.
In the forward positions, Barrett and Randall. Fournier out there with Kemba Walker. And it's Robinson in at the 5 down low. And so it's the Knicks getting on the board first. Capella with a screen on Walker. Young drives in. No good, shot missing. And Barrett has got the ball here for New York. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
And they swept this club in the regular season, but ended up falling to them.
Shot is good.
And I love how times using that mid-range to be effective.
Now, here is Robinson. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Randall with the block.
How about Randall with the send-it-back block? Nicely done, Julius.
Fournier against Bogdanovich. Fournier pass to Barrett. Randall is so we'll take it the other way. They need a good off
A long time.
Capella finds and the read Cleveland in their last game play.
Yeah, I mean, they backed, but at some point the game got completely from them, and they just could not on track.
Capable of, we know it. Let's see if they're confident.
And that shows you a bit of all-around game and why he's so bad at both.
Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just shots right now.
To Walker. Drills the 3-point points so far.
Evan Fournier, sound player, and if his teammates are open, he will.
In everything.
Right, he spent 8 years in Charlotte, guys, and playoffs years. I always.
And your Atlanta Hawks dancer.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor.
Ted's team.
Here we are in November, and let's see how faced in the early season. Taking a look, they reside in the 7th slot right now in the early season. And, of course, the Hawks, a few slots below them.
And seeing where the Knicks are, they haven't had the great season that some were expecting, but it hasn't been a disaster. They just need a few things to go right for them down the stretch.
It's an amazing thing. If you can get a couple of wins, generate some, you've got to believe they'll be just fine.
Looking around. Push it to double. It's off the mark. By 8.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Pass to Wright. 1:52 left to play in the first. Zhang with a screen on 5 to shoot. Next from 3-point range.
Gorgui Zhang, as a big man, is an excellent passer. That's a pretty look.
Rose against Wright. And it's Rose penetrating, and he makes good on the layup.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And Wright kicks to Reddish. Side with the rebound. By 7. In the post. 17 points for him against Cleveland. New York moving it around. Inside. Quickly. Off to a...
It seems that every pass or just great ball movement.
Right, the pass to Herter. Over Reddish. Lays it up off the glass. Herter's got 5.
Well, so great when your offense produces a shot that close to the rim. The rest of the work becomes easier.
Now, here's Quickly. He's tightly guarded, and DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time.
That's his first personal foul.
That's his first foul.
First team.
Calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning Mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And, guys, that is lock defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
The pass to Noel, quickly with it. It's
Already, they've seen noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Gibson against Gallinari. Here's the three.
Well, Taj Gibson proves year after year he is a very capable defender. This guy is willing to contest shots.
And so it's New York heading to the bench with a lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And we've seen the improvement for the Knicks under coach Tom Thibodeau. His star, Julius Randle, defines Tibbs' approach.
He genuinely cares about you as a human being, as a person, to really excel as a player. And he knows that the only way to do that is through the grind, through hard work, through putting the hours and the effort in day after day. So he's going to push you in practice, push you in workouts. And he's your biggest fan when you're out there on the court.
He is indeed in that effort and grittiness, something we've seen from Thibodeau's teams over the years.
And Knicks fans recognize that brand of basketball. You think back to the years with Ungley in the middle, it fits in the Big Apple.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about so far from the Knicks?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their match defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
So with Rose on the bench, here's the five for Tom Thibodeau. Randle and Robinson make up the inside pair. Sharing the wing spots, Fournier and it's Walker in at the point. Can't hit that one. Collins with some nice D.
It's exciting to think about how much more John Collins might grow as a player. His shooting is obviously strong, but he's always working towards reaching that next level as a player.
Now, here's Capella. He's scoreless so far in this one. The Hawks again can't hit. And the call will be against Fournier. That's his first foul. Let's see the stat sheet here for Kemba Walker.
And, guys, his effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
Now, here is Young. He's coming off a 31-point game against the Suns in Phoenix.
And don't forget about his assists. His playmaking was as good or better than his scoring. He was in complete control out there.
Now, here's Walker. After the miss from Trae Young. Bogdanovich against Fournier. Over to the wing. Fader on the way. That one. The New York lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket. Greg, when you think about areas where John Collins is sharpening his game, the defensive end of the floor jumps to mind.
Yeah, and Kevin, that defense is something he's working on, and he made big strides. I know he's ready to put in the work to reach his ultimate potential.
Now, here's Bogdanovich following the miss by Kemba Walker. Walker against Young. And oh, the block shot crabs it out of the air. Randle against Collins. Takes a step back. Oh, that's blocked. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Young against Walker. And Young kicks to Hunter. Outside Collins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Bogdanovich. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Randall. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Now, how about the awareness of Kemba Walker? Make your team feel good with a pretty pass, Kemba.
Pass to Bogdanovich. The 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Walker's shot is off.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
And finished off by Collins. Well, as you recall, Doris, there was a fair amount of criticism leading into the play-in tournament, but that quickly dissipated.
It did, Kevin, and the reason it did is because the play-in tournament is the closest we can replicate what happens at the end of the college basketball season when they get into that tournament that everybody. The fact of the matter is you've got a 48-minute game that is going to either advance or end somebody's season, and that kind of drama is so captivating.
Now here's Fournier. No points in the game yet for him.
I'll tell you, he has looked just a step all game, but his teammates, boy, have they come through.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the back. Last season, they won the Southeast Division for the first time in 6 seasons. With quality players, and things are starting to gel. Trae Young said, "This is good. We just have a lot of belief in each other. Guys, they are poised to be good for a long time."
Well, they've clearly made the turn, David. Thanks.
I think the team found a steal in a second-round pick back in 2018. Mitchell Robinson, big-time athlete, big-time shot blocker, and I believe he has the work ethic to turn him into an offensive force.
It was a little...
And he's more big.
Second free throw, no good. And it's right with the ball for the Atlanta Hawks. Second quarter, they've given up just 3 points.
Well, some contact there on the shot, but Gallinari, much improved upper body strength, maintains his focus. Nicely done.
Here's Rose. Gallinari making his last shot. On the wing quickly. From outside, off the mark. Last outing for Atlanta, it was a loss to the Suns.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd, you have to bring your A game. And they defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Taj Gibson's checked in for the Knicks. Right wing. Now here's Reddish. Burks covering, and the rejection by Noel.
We know Noel is a superb shot blocker. May be his best attribute. This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Wright dishes to Gallinari. Pass to Herter. This one for 3. It's rebounded by New York. They're off to Philadelphia after this game as they'll take on the 76ers. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Nose shoots the and that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the New York Knicks heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games. Shaq, were there certain player matchups that gave you, extra motivation?
Well, whoever will make the biggest.
Moving on now to the first half. Thanks for spending halftime with us.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. The Hawks trail by 7. Collins and Capella make up the inside pair. Young and Bogdanovich, they have the guard duties. And it's Hunter in at the small. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. And they get it back.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
The shot's good from Fournier.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Collins passes to Bogdanovich. Clock at 6. Shoots over Fournier. Atlanta missing.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
Hunter against Barrett to the paint. Here's Randall. And the rejection by Collins. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. He's guarded by Fournier. Bogdanovich finds Young. Collins a screen on Walker. Lobbed up there for Collins. An easy 2 points on the layup. And then 6 points for John Collins. Walker taking his time here. Randall with a screen for Walker. It's good. Walker's got the lead up to 10 now for the Knicks.
Well, Kemba knows when he's in the painted area, they will be physical with him. He's prepared and willing to fight through it.
Collins kicks to Bogdanovich. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And here's Collins from outside.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall. And one of the bigger names in free agency, John Collins, ends up re-signing with Atlanta. Didn't see too much of a bigger market for him during the process. And he fits in so well with the future of this team. Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Hunter kicks to Bogdanovich. Outside Collins. Young against Fournier. Young's shot is off.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Up top, Walker. Feeds it to Randall. Over Collins. That's good from Randall on the assist by Walker. And now a 12-point Knicks lead. Walker against Young. Kicks to Collins. Outside Bogdanovich. Sinks the triple. Bogdanovich has got it back down to within single digits for the Hawks.
A big man who does a little bit of everything. Collins' team-first attitude shining through with that terrific pass.
Now here's Walker. 7 points in the game. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Young dishes to Bogdanovich. Back to Young. Collins a screen on Walker. Here's Young. Walker with some nice D.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Shot from 12. Fournier's shot is off. The Hawks trail by 9.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Outside Collins. He kicks. Capella trying to free himself up. Bogdanovich, no luck.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
And stolen by Bogdanovich. It's Young on the wing. Back to Bogdanovich. Collins. Shoots over Fournier. Shot by Collins, no good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Deflects the pass. Barrett kicks to Randall. Hunter against Barrett. Shot clock at 6. And Trae Young that time.
That's his first personal foul.
That is his first foul of the game.
New York calls timeout. T-shirt time! All right, look who's coming under the board. Come on, get loud for your ETL Hawks dancers!
Both teams deciding to change it up.
And while we've got a chance, let's check out the stats for Derrick Rose. Averaging 13 points per game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. The numbers, and you think that this is great, but we know that he's capable of even bigger production.
You know, the numbers look okay, but the eye test tells us unequivocally he is capable of more. That is the sign of a star right there.
So it's the Hawks now, following the miss by Derrick Rose. Here's Jang. Good. Williams, who picks up the assist.
Well, the threat to score is real when Lou Williams has the ball, but he uses that to set up his passing game.
Rose passes to Noel. Left side, Gibson. And there's the pass to Quickly. Nailed from three-point land.
3 points.
Quickly's got 5.
Listen, this guy is not the most threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
Jang with the screen for Gallinari. Jang with a screen. Noel. And Jang kicks to Reddish. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Quickly. Out left to the wing. And Rose, wide open. He shoots. And the Knicks hit again from deep. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digit. May be difficult to overcome. Knicks lead by 13. And when we return, we'll get the 4th quarter. K Sport. To bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. New York leading by 13, setting the floor for the Knicks. They've got Noel. Rose is out there with Emmanuel Quickly. Then there's Alec Burks, and it's Gibson in at the center. Rose can't hit. And it's the Hawks' ball. Williams looking around. Over Rose. And the shot is long. New York's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Pass to Quickly. Misses the 3. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. It's a 13-point game. Williams finds Gallinari. Stolen by Quickly. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. For the Hawks, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Gorgie Dang. Young is subbed in for Kevin Herter. The Knicks also changing it up. Randall's checked in for Gibson. Quickly.
Who wants a T-shirt? Who's coming under the board? You got ETL Hawks.
Collins checked in for the Hawks. Bogdanovich comes in for Williams. Fournier is checked in for New York. Walker comes in for Rose. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
All right, thank you, David. To shoot. Basket good.
Evan Fournier.
And the Knicks lead by 15.
This guy is more than capable as a blur. Fournier, clever, navigating his way around the defense.
Spins. Young up top, guarded by Walker. Screened by Capella. Here's Reddish. And the rejection by Noel.
New York foul. R.J. Barrett. And that's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And a moment now to look at the scoring from here.
Range.
Jumped at every chance to attack the basket tonight. Just to
That free throw backed in for Nerlens. He hits both from the stripe.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Randall outside. Right side, Robin. Donovich. Outside, Walker shoots. Here's Fournier with the rebound. Got 9 rebounds now. Young looking it over. Off the
And let the big man. Collins loves getting these of scoring opportunities.
Here's that shot. The mark. Ready by Bogdanovich.
I'll tell you, despite his, still finds them control of the game.
Collins setting the pick for Young. Over in the corner, Reddish. Screen by Capella.
You can see away.
And I think the intent equal the play time.
New York. Here, double digits. New York leading by 11. Gets it to go.
Have been from see the defense trying to react, but to know
Floor well, and the defense
see the, which he prepared.
Now low. Going away to interrupt the alley. Shoots with the bucket.
Excels.
Young. No, throws it.
man who's grown as offense overcommits. Kemba Walker will make you pay.
Young against Walker. Well placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I gotta say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Now here's Walker. Over Young. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 10 rebounds tonight. So active. Pass to Young. Well, good with the triple. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the Knicks. Biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for New York.
When you shoot this well from 3-point, you're rinsed and rode the hot shooters.
They were lethal from deep.
And now, for the year, this is going to take him to 7 wins. You know, guys, a nice for Julius Randle.
Was needed. He provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
Now Young, following the miss by Kemba Walker from deep. And that one, good.
And nice little floater, right? Young credit up the shots to overcome his size limitations.
Young against Walker. So no problem for New York as they get the win.
That's the end of the game.
This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. A standing effort all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony,